Hello Orchid friends, welcome back to my channel. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a great day, staying healthy and staying safe. In this video, we're going to look at my Vanda green light. This particular orchid is the bigger one of the two. The smaller one was already featured in a recent video a couple of weeks ago. If you missed that one, feel free to go back to my playlist and check it out for yourself. Vanda green light is a cross between vietnamica and falcata. Falcata is a very famous Japanese orchid, and it has been it used to be called Neo-Phoenicia falcata, but now it's part of the Vanda family. I like this Vanda green light a lot for two main reasons. One is the color, because it's that lime green color, yellowish green, greenish yellow, and then it's really fragrant. The fragrance is very sweet with a hint of jasmine and lime. It is really pleasant. And as the flower age, they will turn from relatively yellowish green to eventually a very pale yellow to eventually be white. And for some reason, like, it has that very distinctive tail at the end of the flower. This is taking after the falcata. And every time I look at it, I always think of like alien tails for some reason. So this orchid is the bigger of the two, and the reason for that, it's not because it just has more leaves. In fact, it's because it has an extra fan of leaves. The other one is just a single fan of leaves right now, but if you look closer later in the video, you'll see that it has more leaves, but it actually has two different fans going on. But this time around though, it only gives me one flower spike, and it's typical because the last time it bloomed, it was also like that, and the other smaller one also has one spike. So I don't know if that is just because it has falcata in it and it's still a young plant, so it's only doing one spike, because I know vietnamica can potentially have multiple spikes, but it could be just because of age. And because it has falcata in it, so this orchid, this cross, in fact this is a primary hybrid Vanda. This cross will stay very petite and very compact, and it has been because of falcata in the parentage. I don't have a lot of Vandas in my collection. I have these two, and then I have two other smaller miniature Vanda orchids, but they haven't bloomed, and I have repotted them a couple times, but they haven't done anything, and that's why I haven't really talked about them much in my channel. I might have talked about them maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but then I haven't really talked about them. And gosh, like, I don't really know what's happening with those two. They're not really doing much, so I may have to change out some methods. But with this one, it's blooming, and I'm really thrilled because it also stopped blooming for a few years when I was trying out different growing method on these orchids, both of them. And eventually I decided that I need to repot them, and I decided to use a clay pot with inorganic medium mixture, manto clay and hydrocorn. And then that's when this orchid decided to want to like my care and started to take off with roots production and leaf production. And the flowers that we're seeing now are basically the rewards. I'm glad that it decided that this is the care that they like. Because for the longest time, I was basically wondering what happened. But also, I can't really blame them because I was literally trying out full water culture on these two orchids. And yeah, that might have, put them on hold, or maybe just set them back for a little bit. And here is a first video clip. This is because I was going on a business trip and I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to come back in time for the other 2 or 3 buds to open, so I wanted to take this video just in case I can't do any more video footage on this orchid. But thankfully, coming up we're gonna have another video clip when this orchid is in full bloom. And as you can see from here, older flowers are more white, and then the newest bloom on top is still that greenish yellowish green color. And maybe I think this has gotta be the reason it has this name green light, because it is that, green. Because vietnamica is really interesting in that I believe the lips are white and then the top of the flower is green, so I think that color comes from the pod parent vietnamica, the mother, and then the fragrance likely comes from the falcata. So here you can see it's not a whole lot of bloom, but I think 6 or 7 bloom is pretty good. And then you can see here it has 2 fans of leaves. It does have some aerial roots, and then I just try to train the aerial roots to go into the media. And by the way, along the outside of the clay pot, there is some efflorescence, and that is very easy to wipe off. Just use a sponge or even wet paper towel. It's very easy. It's not mold. It's just a salt deposit, crystalline salt deposit from fertilizer evaporating. The water soluble fertilizer evaporating, and that's what happened. It's very easy. It's not mold, so don't worry. And if this happens to you, just know that it can be easily wiped off with a paper towel or a sponge. Very easy. All in all, I'm really happy with this Vanda, and I just hope that they continue to do well, and hopefully next time maybe give us multiple spikes. Who knows? This is all I have for you today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to get more orchid related videos from my channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification. I want to wish you happy growing, and I will talk to you in my next video. Ciao!